Hello everyone, CrystalFissure here, and welcome to a brand new Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time video where we're here to talk about flashback tapes. So flashback tapes are really interesting in that they were revealed at Gamescom 2020 here. Lou Studdert talked about it in an interview, and basically they are training rooms of sorts with Crash and Coco, but the interesting thing, of course, as many of you know, as I'm sure many of you that watch me, we're interested in the lore of this, and there are actually lore implications beyond just, simply a challenging game mode. In this particular game mode, we are back in 1996, and we are basically, Cortex is training up Crash and Coco to essentially be minions of him, for world domination and all that we all know and love from Crash 1. It was never really fully explained, but this sets to actually set out and document that training through these really difficult levels, these 2D levels. I'm guessing they're all going to be 2D, but I guess you never know. And so throughout that, we're basically in Cortex Castle and sort of surrounding areas, and it's actually, there's all sort of different stuff around. It's actually really interesting. We're going to go over some stuff that I saw a bit. Of course, I'm sure many of you know about the stuff, but if you pay attention to some of the box counts and just some of the absolute challenge of this, I can already predict that if you need to do these to 100% the game, I am absolutely screwed, because I've never been the best Crash Bandicoot player. This is going to be one heck of a challenge. Now, as well as all this, it's interesting to note that in order to collect these flashback tapes, you actually need to complete or get to a certain point in the level, in presumably very close to the end, I'm sure, of the level in one of the certain Crash 4 levels without dying. So Lou Studdert said that's sort of an homage to of course the original death route concept. You see here that, look, right at the start with all of the video players, that's very much like Cortex's influence, and to show that it's part of those levels, like in the original Crash 1. Now, notice something here. Ready? I'm gonna zoom in with a cool transition. There we go. That is crunch. That is 100% crunch. No speculation. I'm just saying it. That's crunch. Crunch is in this game. Crunch is existent in 1996. Now, what does that mean? Crunch was there all along. This is going to be really interesting in terms of lore, because I don't even know where to begin if Crunch is indeed there. You'll see here as well, we have a bunch of Cortex family members. I'll get some zoom shots in my next run through. We've got the cages as well with seemingly things. Some of them, there's some things in there, some things not. One of them looks like there's something in there, then other ones it doesn't. But this, look at the structural integrity of this place. This Cortex Castle needs some serious renos. Now, as well, the date was at the very start. You'll notice it said 1/1/1996. As Canadian Guy A speculated, it's very likely that given that the game released in September, what's going to happen is with Crash and Coco, what we're going to see is throughout the year, probably leading up to September, all the training, all of this. And it's interesting because it seems, makes it seem like, Crash is just there, he's born, he comes out of the womb, so to speak, and that's it, he's already gonna change. But if they're gonna be giving this a storyline, maybe Crash and Cortex figure out that something's awry here. I don't know what we're gonna get in terms of all the narrative consequences of everything going on, but wow, is it exciting to actually think about. The other really interesting thing to note as well is that the music they're using, if they're using music from the original Crash soundtrack, this was in the B-roll. What that means, I don't know. I'm not going to say that they're going to use, Hang 8's music here as we go past the CRT. And of course, a Spyro reference. There is a little sheep to the bottom there. Yeah, very cool. And so just to get the official press release actually read out here, I'll read it out. Starting at launch, the game will include flashback levels, which gives players the ability to rewind time back to the 90s, the greatest time ever. Well, I guess it depends on who you ask, it's pretty alright. The flashback levels are designed to challenge players' puzzle solving and technical performing abilities. They also give gamers even more ways to play. The collection of flashback tapes The players discover Crash and Coco's origin story and experience Bandicoot's training in Neo Cortex's test chambers, but the task won't be easy. For real, get it? Fur. It looks like they may have improved the sliding mechanic a little bit, actually. And now watch this new ability as well. You'll see when you jump on these, basically they have a certain amount of bounce in them before they turn into nitros. That is really, really interesting. That is going to be extremely difficult, like extremely difficult to manage to get through. And I wonder if they'll be in the regular levels. Then of course here, once again, we have some stuff of Cortex's family, including, or potential family, obviously it's in his castle. So maybe that's how he got the riches. Maybe he was just some spoiled rich kid that, you know, got everything, because there's that baby picture there. I don't know, but we'll have to think about that a little bit. I just cannot wait till October 2. Like I wouldn't consider myself a massive sort of fanboy for any of the consoles, but man, the PS5 is looking freaking good. Like this is the first time I'm going to be getting a launch console since I reckon the Wii, and the Wii technically, well, I didn't get it on launch, I got it pretty close. PS3 actually took a bit of time, and PS4, I was very late to the PS4 bandwagon, but I ended up, having a lot of fun. But yeah, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here because I reckon that it is time for you guys to leave your comments and analysis. I mean, of course, I just want to point out that yes, it is like meant to be intentionally kind of like low quality and kind of weird and staticky and through the TV, and it's an aesthetic choice. And a lot of the stuff, like with the inverted mode, a lot of this game is like really, there's some like fascinating design choices and a lot of variation in the design choice as well. Like it's genuinely, there's so much going on. There's so much going on with Crash 4. I've been saying that to my friends, that it's like, this is a big game. Like what we started out, we heard the whole 100 levels thing. Now I see why they're saying that, because they would be including this. I don't think it's 100 like mainline levels, but I think including these, including inverted, including the other perspectives, including the flashback tapes, yeah man, this is a big game. And then there's potential rumored multiplayer based on some stuff where it's like says like 2 to 4 players and in certain like Amazon sites and stuff like that, but we will have to talk about that another day, hopefully closer to release when they talk about everything. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all your support as usual. Check out plenty more of my videos and all that kind of stuff, because I would very much appreciate it. And enjoy once again the Spyro sheep, Toys for Bob sheep. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.